What's up, everyone? Pasay Baller here. This is the fifth game for today, April 5th, 2023, an Eastern Conference showdown between Chicago Bulls and Milwaukee Bucks. That'll happen at around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, so that's around 7:30 a.m. here in Manila. I'm just inviting everyone who have not subscribed yet to our YouTube account or YouTube channel, Pasay Baller. Please click on the subscribe button below. At the same time, hit on that bell logo. That way, automatically, you guys will be receiving notifications whenever new videos are uploaded. By the way, the spread that is given is minus 7.5, and that's given towards the home team, that's Milwaukee Bucks. Now, let's take a look at the standings and then the rankings of both of these teams, alright? For Milwaukee Bucks, they are on top of the East, and they are on top of the entire NBA with a record of 57 wins and 22 losses. While for Chicago Bulls, they were able to notch that last spot in that 7-10 puzzle with a record of 38 wins and 41 losses. Right, so Milwaukee Bucks, they would have the home court advantage on this. In terms of fatigue, well, both teams actually played last night, so both teams must be a bit tired approaching this game. In terms of momentum, we got to give it to Milwaukee Bucks because approaching this game, the Bucks have won back-to-back, while Chicago Bulls, they are coming off a loss last night against Atlanta Hawks. In terms of their form, both teams are actually doing good. Milwaukee Bucks, they are just doing a bit better, winning 7 out of their last 10, while Chicago Bulls, they have won 6 out of their last 10 games. And let's take a look at the availability of the players and the health of both teams, alright? For Milwaukee Bucks, Grayson Allen is out for this game. And we have Jevon Carter, Pat Connaughton, and Chris Middleton all listed as questionable for this game. While for Chicago Bulls, seems like everyone's actually healthy and everyone's actually available for this particular matchup. Alright, so another tough decision to make. Alright, so obviously we got Milwaukee Bucks right here, who again are on the who are on top of the entire NBA, by the way, not just the Eastern Conference. And we have Chicago Bulls, and I would like to congratulate Chicago Bulls for for notching that number 10 spot. At least they would make it to that 7-10 puzzle. But again, we just don't know what's going to happen in here, especially now that both teams are already in. Well, Chicago Bulls is not yet in the playoffs, but at least they were able to grab that number 10 spot, which was what they were trying to do for the past couple of weeks or so, right? We don't know what's in the heads of the coaching staff of both teams. Milwaukee Bucks, they actually won last night. They won last night by, I guess, 12 points against Washington Wizards. And right now, they still have like several players who are listed as questionable in here. While for Chicago Bulls, everyone's healthy. Everyone seems to be available in this game. Now, I think that will be a good test as to how far they would actually go on that 7-10 puzzle. But of course, you're kind of afraid that some of your players might get hurt or might get injured, since especially now that we are just days before that 7-10 play in. This is gonna be tough, or this is gonna be this could go either way. I mean, I'm looking at Milwaukee Bucks, and I think Milwaukee Bucks would actually win this one, right? Milwaukee Bucks, they have a very solid offense, and Chicago Bulls' main problem is actually their defense. Bulls' offense is actually good, but their defense is a bit of a struggle still. So Milwaukee Bucks, I guess, will actually win, but I'm expecting a bounce back game for Chicago Bulls in here after they struggled against Atlanta Hawks at home last night. So and now I'm looking at Bulls. Everyone's actually playing. Everyone will be available. So I think they would actually try to test themselves and see how far they could go, so that it's some sort of a quote-unquote practice approaching that play-in spot. But then again, we don't know what's in the heads of their coaches. Maybe they would want to rest some of their players and all that. The same thing with Milwaukee Bucks. We don't know. Of course, they don't want Giannis. They don't want Drew Holiday to get hurt. So I'm going to stick with the plus 7.5 with Chicago Bulls. Because again, Bulls got good offense, and Milwaukee Bucks, maybe and just maybe, their defense won't be that tough Because again, especially right now that they have already established their position, they are already at number one. Maybe they just want to get that number one spot, and maybe they could actually give some playing time for their bench players. My pick on this one would be Chicago plus 7.5. Again, that's Bulls plus 7.5. Peace out. Pasay love and God bless.